Hi, hi YouTubers. I think I'm recording here. It looks like it. Anyway, I haven't done a vlog or a video for a while here. It's still quite a bit of a winter where I'm at, and some pollens come out and really get me really bad. Another reason why I don't want to be here next winter. At least take a break from probably around Thanksgiving and then come back here after the mud season too, around the first week in March or the second. And then that'll give me plenty of time to work real estate for the rest of the year, I think. We get pretty slow here with that in the summer. Our snow is not as bad today. We almost did have some looked like we might get some flooding, and it might be that we still will get some flooding. I can show you, well, it's not too bad. Get out on the roads before, oh boy. If you can see that, not too bad. So things have improved quite a bit from what they were as far as on the roads. And this year I haven't had my nice heavy four-wheel drive Explorer to get out into the roads, but my little Kia Rio has done pretty good. We did do some sliding around on the road, which was kind of intimidating to me and wanting to go anywhere. Anyway, I thought that, I use that word a lot, sorry. Today I think I have another book review. And again, I just, I have to take these antihistamines. They just make me so dull-minded that I don't feel like doing anything, nothing. So again, I'd like to be out of here during the winters. And anyway, I have another book review. And it's a book that I found of my middle daughter's, Megan. Her father gave it to her many, many, many years ago, I think in 1997. And it's such a beautiful book. And she left it in my care for her sister, Star, to read, or for me to read stories to her. And what I discovered about this book is it is the most soothing book, even for adults, that if you're having a stressful day or life's just getting awfully complicated with this and that, sit down and read this book and you'll find that you feel better. Life's not too bad. And I'll show you the book so you can get it on at any bookstore or online. And it is of course, written by the author, and it's called The Complete Tales and Poems of Winnie the Pooh. And it's like the original drawings too, and I'll show it to you so you can know what to look for. It's a big book, really big. It's got the original illustrations too of Winnie the Pooh, which are just priceless. And this book was actually written for the author's son, and I think that's how some of our best classics come around in books, is they're actually written for somebody. It's a thing of the heart. So these are a bunch of collected stories for his son. And if you're having a bad day or you just want an excuse, just sit down and read a Winnie the Pooh story. I just, as I said, sent this book to my grandson because I'm so impressed by it. And I just saw it the other day and I thought, I'm doing all these book reviews. It might be a good one. And also at the end of this video, we won't make it very long today. I think I'll read you a little bit of Winnie the Pooh, and you'll see what I'm saying. And maybe I'll just do a little bit today. Maybe I'll do it in 3 parts. You'll have to listen 3 different times, and I'm not being real consistent on when I do these videos because I'm really getting knocked out. Sorry about that. We're also going to see how active Ferbie is today. He was right on cue in the last video. He's like Now, people talk about AI, good AI and bad AI, artificial intelligence. I think Ferbie is good AI. He was right on cue when I turned him on the first time last time. What did he say? Hey, I'm Ferbie. Unreal. It's amazing what comes out of his mouth. So it'll be interesting at the end of the video to see what Ferbie has to say. So let's just read a little bit of Winnie the Pooh. And again, this is my RV living this winter, just in the yard. It's kind of my place to come to, and actually is my office for working, because it's a place where I can kind of get away from too much relaxation in the house and get more in a work mode. So I think I'm going to start with a house is built at Pooh Corner for Eeyore. I think I'll just read a couple pages, but I think you're going to see what I mean, that this is really adult therapy too. One day, when Pooh Bear had nothing else to do, he thought he would do something, so he went around to Piglet's house to see what Piglet was doing. It was still snowing as he stumped over the white forest track, and he expected to find Piglet warming his toes in front of his fire. But to his surprise, he saw that the door was open, and the more he looked inside, the more Piglet wasn't there. "He's out," said Pooh sadly. Here's the picture too, so you can kind of imagine. "He's out," said Piglet sadly. "That's what it is. He's not in. I shall have to go a fast thinking walk by myself. Bother." But first he thought he would knock very loudly, just to make quite sure. And while he waited for Piglet not to answer, he jumped up and down to keep warm, and a hum came suddenly into his head, which seemed to him a good hum, such as is hummed hopefully to others. "The more it snows, tiddly-pom, the more it goes, tiddly-pom. The more it goes, tiddly-pom, on snowing, and nobody knows, tiddly-pom. How cold my toes, tiddly-pom, how cold my toes, tiddly-pom, are growing." "So what I'll do," said Pooh, so he sang that song evidently, "is I'll do this. I'll just go home first and see what the time is, and perhaps I'll put a muffler around my neck. And then I'll go and see Eeyore and sing it to him." He hurried back to his own house, and his head was so busy on the way with the hum that he was getting ready for Eeyore, that when he suddenly saw Piglet sitting in his best armchair, he could only stand there rubbing his head and wondering whose house he was in. "Hello, Piglet," he said. "I thought you were out." "No," said Piglet, "it's you who were out, Pooh." "No, it was. So it was," said Pooh. "I knew one of us was." He looked up at his clock, which had stopped at 5 minutes to 11 some weeks ago. "Nearly 11 o'clock," said Pooh happily. "You're just in time for a little smackerel of something." And he put his head into the cupboard. And then we'll go out, Piglet, and sing my song to Eeyore." "Which song, Pooh?" "The one we're going to sing to Eeyore," explained Pooh. The clock was still saying 5 minutes to 11 when Pooh and Piglet set out on their way half an hour later. The wind had dropped, and the snow, tired of rushing round in circles, trying to catch itself up, now fluttering gently down until it found a place on which to rest. And so we're going to stop there. I think you can get a taste of it, and the nice gentle rhythm of the Winnie the Pooh stories. They're just there to soothe the soul, I think. So this is my video today, short one. I'll try to do with them more often and talk about the things I'd like to share with others and the things I've learned in this lifetime. They might be a little bit different than you hear from other people, as we're all on our own journey. So let's see what Ferbie has to say today. I found that the more I say I love you, Ferbie, the friendlier Ferbie becomes. Okay.
Hey, me, Ferbie.
Hey, Ferbie.
Huh?
I love you.
Me love you more.
Hey, Ferbie.
Huh?
I love you more.
Me no hungry.
Hey, Ferbie.
Do.
Sing me a song.
Know how me wonder what you are. Utai ka leila uta. Te e kue yo me da. Know how me wonder what you are.
Thank you, Ferbie.
What?
Thank you.
Knock, knock.
Not one of those. Hey, Ferbie. Go to sleep. I don't like the knock knock jokes. No. Anyway, we're gonna say goodbye. I can't. Hey, Ferbie, go to sleep. Go to sleep.
Knock,
Oh God. Anyway, happy day. Love to all. I hope you enjoy the video. Okay, bye.